Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ava Alley Cat, and today we are going to be talking about how I met Escape the Fate 2 times and how you can meet them too. So the first time I met them was when I went to Warped Tour DC, and when I saw that they were on the lineup, I knew that that was the band I knew I had to see. Like, I would ignore every other band, and I even told my mom that. So when we pulled up to Warped Tour, one of the first things I did was go and check the schedule and see if they would be overlapping with any of the other bands I wanted to see, which luckily they weren't. But then the second thing I did was make my butt over to the merch booth and pick me up a shirt, which I'm not wearing right now. It's on my wall because it is signed by all the members, which I will show you guys all at the end of the video. So I had my mom hold the shirt, and I made my way almost all the way up to Barricade, and I got to see their set, and it was so cool. I 10 out of 10 recommend seeing Escape the Fate live if you have the chance. It is amazing. They put on such a good show. I made a few friends while I waited, but then obviously at some point Escape the Fate finally came, and we were the first 4 people in line, and it was such a fun experience. Everybody in the band was so sweet, and I got 2 things signed. One was a t-shirt and the other was a Pokemon card. So going back to the part about the merch booth, when I was over by the merch booth, they had a sign on it saying their meet and greet was at like 4 p.m. I think, and I knew that I had to be like first in line if I wanted to meet them because those meet and greet lines get insanely long. And so after their set, I literally went and sat down. I asked the guy at the merch booth where the line would start, and he was like right there, and there was nobody in line, so I sat down. Basically, after that whole experience with them, I knew that I had to go again. Like, I had to see them again. Because I just, like, fell in love with them. Which I liked Escape the Fate before, but I wasn't, like, into them before, like, about a month prior to Warped Tour. But I was like, I have to see them in a non-festival environment, because it'll be so much different. I'd like to say it wasn't, like, super different, but obviously when it's not 106 degrees outside and you're not cooking alive in the crowd, it is pretty different. So on the drive home from Warped Tour, I started looking at all of their other, like, concert dates, anything that I could find near me. And there were 4 shows that I could have gone to. And I literally asked my mom, I turned to her and I was like, can we please go to one? And she said no. But you know I always find my way. So basically, it was about a month before the concert, and I was complaining about it to one of my friends, and she was like, oh, my older brother could take us, and I was like, cool, I'll get the tickets. So I call up my poor sweet angel grandmother, and I say, since my 17th birthday is soon, could I get this as my birthday present? And she got the tickets, and I even got VIP. But that's kind of when my plans started falling apart, because the day before the concert, it was the morning before school, and my friend texted me and said, my brother can't take us, my mom said no, I can't go. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do with these 2 VIP tickets that I just got? Like, how am I supposed, I couldn't, my mom wouldn't let me drive at the time, and I was like, I can't go then, like, what am I supposed to do? So luckily, my sweet mother obliged, and she said that she would take me, but she had to wait till she gets off work first, which, understandable, but I was still very stressed because that would mean I would be about 20 minutes late, and I didn't think that much of it until we were driving there and we'd get there, and I realized that I had missed the entire VIP thing. Now, if you were friends with me at the time, you knew how distraught I was over this because, again, these tickets were kind of expensive, and I really just love Escape the Fate, and I really wanted to see them again. Now, there were 2 other people who also missed the VIP thing, unfortunately, and their manager came out and was like, hey, like, I heard you guys missed the VIP thing, like, I'll round the other guys up, and we'll see what we can do. Thank you to their manager. I love you so much. If you're ever watching this video, I love you. It happens, and they end up rounding the rest of the band up, and we get to go inside, and we get to meet them, luckily, and we get all of our VIP stuff, like the poster, we get, like, our tags, which I'll also show at the end of the video, and everybody was super sweet. I got a couple pictures taken with them, which I will show up here. I got some at Warped Tour too, which I will show at some point in the video, but they were just, I loved the Q&A session. They were so nice, and Craig Mabbitt is like the sweetest guy alive, like, ever. So the show happens, and Craig Mabbitt waves at me in the crowd, which I will show the video probably in the middle of this clip, like right now. But it was such a good show. I loved it, mainly because I wasn't cooking alive and I was actually at Barricade this time, which means I ended up getting a set list at the end, which I'll show at the end of the video. But yeah, that was a super fun concert. What made it even better is the fact that after the show, Craig came down and he started meeting people in the crowd and stuff. And that's when I got my set list signed, and I also ended up getting a signed drum head from all of them, and Craig wrote a super sweet note to me, which I will show soon, but there's such a backstory to everything, and I love it so much. I have everything on my wall. It's like perfectly preserved. So starting off with all the signed stuff, first off, I have this t-shirt that I got signed at Warped Tour. It's kind of hard to see where the signatures are, but they're over here. They have faded a little bit over time. It's insane, that was only last year. But next up we have the elusive drum head. This is like my prized possession because, again, very personal note from Craig Mabbitt, because I had told him prior to signing this that his music saved my life and whatever, and he wrote on the drum head, "We might have been the soundtrack, but you did the work. Never forget your strength. You got this." And I'm getting that tattooed on my forearm when I turn 18. So next up with another Warped Tour item, because the drum head was from the other concert. This is my signed Pokemon card. It's a lot easier to see the signatures here, and I just think this is super awesome. This is my phone case for so long that, like, the back of, like, the plastic on it is, like, peeling. Ignore the tape, it was on my wall, okay? This is the VIP tag from the second concert. I'll show some other stuff that I just couldn't take off my wall because it's, like, very heavily on there, especially that set list, because I'm very, very protective over it. So here's the set list. Only Craig signed this one, but you can see, like, how this was on the stage, because this was his set list. You can kind of see where he was stepping on it, but I love it so much. The wall where everything resides, it is above my bed, and it's beautiful, and I also have that poster on my ceiling, but this is the best part of it, I think. So how do you meet Escape the Fate is the real question that I know tons of people want to know. Totally. So first of all, obviously VIP is the easiest way to do it. It's kind of expensive. Obviously, it's not very affordable. Escape the Fate tickets aren't that expensive usually. They're not like My Chemical Romance kind of prices, but honestly, I think the VIP is totally worth it. You get so much randomized stuff. It's so fun. Like, everybody's super sweet, but obviously that's out of people's price range a lot of the time. The other way to do it is just wait till after the show. A lot of the times, like, one of the members, if not a few of them, will come down from the stage after just to meet people, just to have some fun. A lot of the times it's either Craig or Robert, but I know sometimes it's Maddie, because that's what happened at my girlfriend's show, and I think that's pretty awesome. Anyways, that's all for this video. I will see you guys in the next one, which I don't know what the topic's going to be. Please let me know in the comments if you have anything you want me to cover, any ideas, but bye, you guys!